So hello guys and welcome to FOR round 2. We're here at the Sakia circuit for round 2. 5 corners to the left and 9 to the right makes up 15 corners. 2 DRS detection zones, the second of which has been lengthened for this season by 100 meters. It's going to be an interesting race, and we're without second place in the championship. Georgie, 2 reserves are taken up. Trying to look at everything else. Yeah, there's no one else I can invite. So we do have less drivers than we did before. I think it's 12, 11, probably 12 and 11. F1 Ben disconnected, had to leave because of his internet, and Big Abdullah just for some reason disconnected. So we are going to have... There's going to be 12 drivers here, less than we did a few weeks ago. Although I think we ended up with that many drivers right at the end of the race, so... it's not too bad. But we do have formation lap on, and if it goes all wrong, it's going to be a restart for the race. But I do have formation lap on for a reason. But Dale Hopkins is on pole position. But anyway, putting formation lap on a league is really annoying at times, if I'm honest. It's quite tricky to do because some people just muck about. But Dale Hopkins on pole position for the Bahrain Grand Prix. In second we have Dragon Pro 200. MZAT's in third. Ballistic Barney. Sorry, it might be FJ now. No, it's Ballistic Barney in fourth. Oh, Jesus Christ. Fifth Ham Fan. Sixth is Rapid Racer 4560. And they need to get their tyres warmed up. But if I'm honest, I don't think Weaver does too much. I think that just wastes fuel, if I'm honest. Although in real life it doesn't do too much, it might do enough in this game. But normally I would do the braking and stop, but that's a bit tricky with other drivers behind you and in front of you to do that. FJ going really wide off the exit there, and he's now got Aaron Bat right in front of him, who probably might brake check him actually. I don't know what's going to happen here. But it is Bobby Ben in 7th, Big Abdullah in 8th, Minty FJ in 9th, 10th Aaron Bat, although... yeah, Aaron Bat. 11th Gamers. Seismic. Oh, and... and Dale Hopkins has been disqualified from the session. That's the problem that you have when you have formation lap. I don't even know what Dragon is doing. Dragon, don't be way too slow like that. This is the problem when you have a formation lap, because Dale's done something there. It's ruined his tyres, probably, I imagine. Oh, and Hamfan nearly losing it on the edge of that. And, oh, Jesus Christ, everyone's way too close. What is Dragon doing? You're only allowed to do this on the safety car. This is going to be a reprimand for... Dragon. I don't know what he is doing. At the back it looks even bloody worse. What is Dragon doing? Look, Hamfan's now inside of MZAT's. Jesus Christ. They're all back under control, but still, it's bloody ridiculous what Dragon was trying to do. By the way, I won't have the HUD up for the first bit. I only have that up until Sector 1. Well, I probably will. I might forget. I don't know. Although the problem is, because Dale's bloody out the thing, I can't go on the... It's really annoying. So everyone lining up now. As we have the 5 red lights. The race in the desert should be on the way. It was pretty delayed, but we are now finally underway in Sakia. And look at Ballistic Barney on the inside. Dale completely covering it off as we come down into turn 1. Dragon also going for the position as Jacob, sorry, is that Jacob? There's a spin with Aaron Bat in the house. Down into turn 1, and my voice is absolutely... I sound like I got a bloody lump in my throat. It's really bad. But anyway, coming down into turn 1 here. I think that is Jacob. Sorry, we'll put it on. No, it's MZAT, sorry. Badly mistake there. MZAT's going for P1 here with Dale. Oh, this is going to be close. Hamfan up into 3rd, as there is a few other position changes. But on that one, and look at Hanvan now going for the position of P2 because MZAT's run wide. As we go back there, the McLaren of King Gamers going for positions as well. As here we are on board with Bobby Ben, just behind Irritated Owen. For some reason, in a Williams. Don't know what he's doing. I don't know what's the confusion with people. Just get in the bloody car that you're racing in. But anyway, Irritated Owen, who's actually representing Mercedes for some reason in a Williams. How do people forget that? But King Gamers was going on the move on the Irritated Owen. But anyway, let's look back, because some stuff might have changed. But Aaron actually not that too far behind everyone, as King Gamers made the move on Bobby Ben and is up into 7th. Bobby Ben making a mistake, as Hanfan is down into 4th, as he's battling with Dragon Pro, who of course didn't have a great start, and he's gone off wide, and now he's got Ballistic Barney on him. Ballistic Barney, of course, made that position nearly for first place. Of course, Dale covering him off, but he's got up into there. Hanfan and Ballistic Barney very close with each other, as we go to the back of the grid here. I probably should put everything on as well, but Dale Hawkins with the fastest lap, and here they are side by side as we come down into, as we have to run down into turn 1 on lap 2 here. Let's go on board because this camera shot is shoddy as MSATS hits the back of Dragon Pro, and Dragon Pro's actually up into 2nd now, so that's completely changed. We're back to a 1-2 for Force India. Absolutely amazing. Dale's leading the race, but anyway, Hanfan leads as we look back. Also, King Gamer still behind Irritated Owen, Ballistic Barney, and those two are still battling. F1 Ham 44 and Ballistic Barney, they're going at it. And this is, to be honest, I think Dragon's basically just helping Dale lead the race and get away, which is good. Also, I don't know what's wrong with the interval, because that's not interval, that's position change. What is going on? Oh, for crying out loud. Well, I'll just have to leave it as is. I can't even guess the position, the interval, because for some reason it's bloody glitch. Oh, what's happened here? Dragon Pro's held up everyone. He's so slow on the straight, and now he's being passed by everyone. He's down to 4th. He's lost 2 positions. But Hanfan now going for the position on the outside, and he's got it. What is going on? Some people are really slow. And that's what's happening. I don't even know what's happened, but this is just helping Dale get in front. But Hanfan now into 2nd. What the hell was going on? Why was Dragon so slow, and why was MZAT so slow? As a 5-second stop-go penalty for Aaron Batt. And of course, he's very wide now. He's actually lost out badly to Sesmic now. But Dale leads as we look back. I don't even know what's going on. The Ballistic Barney on the back, but he's also got a slipstream. He's given Irritated Owen a bit of a slipstream as Ballistic Barney tries to go down the inside. That's going to be a brave one. Gets out of it just in time. But Jacob is down into 8th, I believe. I think that's down into 8th. As he's got FJ on him, who's come out on the outside. Poor corner for Jacob. And now FJ is on the inside. Sorry, on the outside, and he's got the position done. Well done for him. But Dale Hopkins still leads a 3.5 second gap to F1 Ham 44. Who's going to be chasing him down. He's using the wheel, by the way, as Ham fan. Some of our drivers are. But Dragon, really slow. I mean, he got passed by MZATS, and MZATS is now down into 10th, so there must have been an incident, actually. And that's why he's down into 11th, so I didn't actually catch that. I'm sure the others will catch that as Aaron Batt serves his 5-second stop going now. Pits for mediums, but let's not focus on that. Dale, as now Dragon Pro and Ballistic Barney are together, and Dragon Pro is really holding them up. He's run wide, but he's now got Ballistic Barney ahead of him, and Ballistic Barney's ahead, but they're going to be so side by side through there, and they hit, and Dragon Pro spun. Oh, and they have to avoid him. They have to avoid him, and they just have. Oh, that is calamity for Dragon Pro. Irritated Owen's run wide as well. They had to avoid him. Nicely avoided there by those 3 drivers of King Gamers, Irritated Owen and Bobby Ben. Nicely avoided indeed, and Dragon Pro's down to 10th now, if I'm honest. I don't know what he's trying around the inside. That was a ridiculous... It's not even the racing line on the inside most of the time. That was a ridiculous move. Had to give it up. Couldn't go for it. And now he's put himself back down into 10th. Poor positioning from him. As now, oh my goodness me, we have nearly a 3 wide as we come down into turn 1. FJ making moves as across goes Irritated Owen, and he's nearly hit himself off. I think he's hit the back of one of the cars. Absolute carnage going on here, and I can't even speak properly in one mouthful. It's absolutely ridiculous. As Dale is now losing about 0.2 a lap here. It's down to 3.3 now, and his rev engine's going a bit dodgy. Yep, of course. That should fix for a bit later. Ballistic Barney now up to 3rd, so that 1-2 for Force India completely gone. As King Gamers now has a 3-second time penalty as we go down into Sector 1. What will that be for? It's Dragon, and it's Dragon who's just losing time. Well, he did say that he was struggling in the Force India, but if I'm honest, he wasn't struggling. He just made a stupid and catastrophic move, and he's probably going to be retiring from the race now, if I'm honest. By the way, Pink, Abdullah and Ben, for some reason, still in this, but they're not. They're going to be classified down there anyway. Dragon, just retire, please. That is off the track, just about, so I'm not going to give him... But he's still going to have a reprimand for his disgusting behaviour on the formation lap. Aaron Batt now is going to be in 11th. But Emzat down into 10th. I don't know what happened to him. We'll probably have a clip of it sometime later. Still everything not settling down. Jacob now behind Bobby Ben. Nothing is settling down here in Tier 1 as Bobby Ben comes into the pits. So, going for an early stop is Bobby Ben. Let's see what's going to go on as Dale gets his gap on Hamfan. This is going to be a brilliant race between Dale and Hamfan. As onto the softs, the middle ground compound for Bobby Ben. He also has front wing damage. That was probably for the trying to avoid Dragon Pro the last lap. I probably should interview Dragon Pro if I'm honest, and I am going to. Also, he did shout. I probably should get him quick. Someone just retired, or was it someone who left? Thank God it was someone who left, because I thought I missed something there. But anyway, it's 3.6 seconds now to Hamfan. This is going to be a tight battle indeed for the race win. Ballistic Barney's got those two of King Gamers and Minty FJ behind, and as it is, Hamfan will still lead the Drivers' Championship, but it's looking ever so more likely that Renault are going to lead the Constructors. FJ went for the move, but was a bit wide, and it's going to be the Dragon Pro situation on the inside, except from FJ's ahead. Oh, and it's nearly happened again, but this time King Gamers just didn't spin it, and if I'm honest, that's pretty fair. Dragon Pro, please include your audio if you can. If you can't, then I'll have to change it about.
Okay.
Does it not give you it?
So
No, you don't say... No, you don't say anything yet. Okay, so Dragon. Quite an unfortunate turn of events as Jacob has gone out the race. I think he might have just retired on himself. I didn't see that. But Jacob's now out the race. So, Dragon, unfortunate race. You were doing good. It was a 1-2 in qualifying for the Force India, but in the end, there was a few incidents with you on the formation lap, slowing cars down, and then also... you slowing down on the straight for some reason. Sorry, the back straight. You slowed down on the back straight, and then it.
Formation.
Well, you were because you were getting. You lost. No, sorry. On the just before you retired, you lost 2 positions when I wasn't seeing, and everyone was like side by side through on the back straight. But anyway, so can you take us through the race? What was yours?
Okay, so first of all, a lot of your drivers need to improve how they drive and how aggressive they are. First of all, on a lap, my final round, King Gamers hits me up the arse into the wall, and that's my qualifying over. Dale didn't improve, so I probably could have taken pole. Then, Zot needs to sort how aggressive he's going into corners, because he's dive bombing me every single corner, gives me front wing damage, and then because he's hitting me, my tyres are dead, and then I've lost the car and I've spun out the race.
If he's going down the inside, though, did he spin out though? Because he's lost time as well. He's down into P7.
Yeah, because he pit.
All right.
But basically,
well, did you have it recorded?
No, because for some reason the clips wouldn't let me do anything. But what had happened is I dive bombed him into turn 1. He got me back, so I've dive bombed him, got him in the place, and then
I'm found in the pits.
Hitting me into. Then he's hitting me.
All right, then Hamfan. All right, Dragon. Right.
Now he's hitting me
sorry.
into every single corner possible.
Dragon, you're not telling me the commentator to shut up. Cause, Dragon, can you just shush? I've had enough of your interview. Right. Sorry about your race though. Try and improve on that.
I'm just saying, Zots,
put on board your feedback.
Gamers, sort your drivers out, you fucking retard. Sort your bloody driving skills out, because they're absolutely terrible.
Lovely. Sorry for that, guys. Of course, Jack will be like that, because he's a very rude mouth. But anyway, let's get Jacob in now, actually, because Jacob will be a little bit more nicer, and a soft mouth as Dragon leaves the session. Thank God. Also, I cannot view the people, so I can't get Jacob in. That's annoying. There we go. But anyway, Dale Hopkins still leads as Hamfan came in, and now the interval doesn't look too good for Hamfan, actually. I think Dale was going to be ahead, as he's actually got... as Dale comes in, and Jacob has just joined, we had a rude mouth called Dragon Pro just join the party and say a load of bad stuff about the drivers. But, as Dale comes in, we'll talk about Jacob's race. So Jacob didn't actually see which way you went out. It didn't look too good at the start. You lost a few positions, was down into 8th. But you tried to gain it back. There was some points at where Dragon Pro lost positions and stuff that you were looking good. But just take us through the race for you.
So it all started at lap 1. So the reason why I was falling down positions is basically, did you see Aaron Butt plays like Dark Ball people? Turn 1.
He came down into turn 1 as we sorry Jacob, I'll just interview because Hamfan is going for the lead on the outside of Dale as we're going to come down into turn 4. He's got it, but Dale comes back on the inside. And Hamfan will have this better line through here, and he has the position, but Dale's right on the back. This is going to be close indeed, and I think Hamfan has the position for now, but it's going to be very close indeed. Sorry Jacob, I'll interview you just a bit after this has settled down, and I think it has settled down now. So Jacob, so continue with what you were saying. Also, that bloody that thing is still glitching about because sorry Dragon, you're gonna have 2 reprimands for first of all crashing into that bloody tire wall that's glitching out now and slowing down on the bloody formation lap. But anyway, Jacob, continue.
Right, so I think it was one of the Hasses like dive bomb people into turn 1.
It was only one Hass, so it was
that place, right? So I hit Gamers. I had an illegal overtake from Cesspic, and I had to let Cesspic through, so I was down to 10th or 11th. Basically, I was then trying my best to like get back through the field, and was basically going to pit like this lap that everyone's on now for mediums till the end. But then, like I think it was lap 5 or lap 6, I got taken out by Owen because it was lagging, like for me, because I didn't see Owen like anywhere, and then like there was a huge lag spike and he just took me out.
Well, sorry about that, Jacob, but yeah. But Mzats is now up into 5th place. He's ahead of Irritated Owen, who's just pit as well. He got the position on Ballistic Barney, but Dale's sorry, I thought Dale got the position then. He's still just behind Hamfan, but is losing more time now. But he is on those fresher tyres, but he's on the same compound, so it's going to be really tricky to try and pass him, considering the talent of Hamfan. But he was gaining on those other tyres, so I don't know. But FJ is still in the lead of the race. Aaron Bat at the back now. We've only got 10 runners left. It does say we've got 13th and 14th, but they've glitched out, but they're still in the lobby because they finished qualifying. So, quite an odd race indeed, but Dragon and loud mouthing the drivers. I mean, that's going to be 3 reprimands, and that might be a quali ban for him as we follow that. But loud mouthing drivers, slowing everyone down on the bloody thing and hitting the wall. And it was kind of safely, but it's not safely now, because if anyone spins at that corner and they hit into that, they'll bloody get pushed up. So I hope that doesn't happen if anyone spins around where that glitching tyre wall is happening. As FJ still doesn't pit, neither does King Gamers, as some random person joins, but he's going to find out he can't race anyway. But Hamfan is now struggling to keep Dale behind him, and Dale has DRS, and this is a good chance for Dale to take the lead of the race, hitting the apex the same as Hamfan, but he won't have this good exit around here, and that's obvious there. It's still a decent exit, but he won't have the DRS to help him either. Sector 1, Sector 2, I imagine that might be something to do with these two here, with those three drivers going for position. No, it's Aaron Bat trying to get out the way of King Gamers, and he's not doing it well, but he does it in the end. And he's hit him! Oh, they've nearly gone into that glitching tyre wall. That wasn't a good idea to do it there, if I'm honest. Let's go on back on board, and now Dale's lost quite a bit of time to Hamfan, actually. Really lost out in that first part of the second sector, clearly. And now it doesn't look like he's going to get DRS's. What is that, Sector 3? Oh, it's Aaron Bat who's hit the wall, and I imagine that's down into... Yeah. It's down into 11. Looks like it's going to be in the race of him, and it is because he's retired. Although unsafely. But now it's finally gone, so we've only got 9 runners left. It's quite disappointing that a lot of drivers are really struggling around this track. I'm actually not kind of surprised by this, but look at this. We now have these three drivers going at it, and Emzat is all over the place. He's on much older tyres than Ballistic Barney is, and on a compound less as Ballistic Barney comes alongside. This is not always an overtaking opportunity, but he's going to go for it. On the inside, he's got it done straight away, unless Emzat has a better line, which he might out of here, and he's going to have DRS as well. Surely Emzat's... Yes, he will, and this is another chance. Ballistic Barney can't quite get that good gap, and he's now going to lose out onto the position again. Dale just behind Hamfan. Again, he's getting that good enough DRS to stay ahead, but Emzat's now back ahead of Ballistic Barney. And that's a very nice shot there of the following of these two here, the leaders, basically, of the race of Dale Hopkins and Hamfan, to see who will win the second round. And can Hamfan make it back-to-back wins here? But FJ now getting the gap on King James, but he's going to be... probably going to be about... Let's have a look on the leader gap. He's going to slot out probably into 5th place, I imagine. Be very... He's not going to definitely... Yeah, 5th place it will be, as Emzat now gets a penalty. And what's happened there? Has he spun off? No, he's just lost it. He's cut the corner. He's probably gone too deep and then cut the corner. And now got a invalid... got something there. Oh, no, this is going to be way too close. And Ballistic Barney just nicely cuts him off there. Nothing too bad enough. And surely that will be the position done unless he goes wide, which he does. And now Emzat's on the inside. And Ballistic Barney has to concede it, but he has the better line through here. But can he get what he hasn't been able to for the last few laps? Passing down here as Emzat is going all over the place. And he can't quite get that DRS. There's not enough slipstream to get down this time. But will he have that better line through here and actually pass to finish it off? Emzat's covering off. As we come down into turn 1, Dale with 3-second time penalty, so that might put woes to his challenge, but he did cut the corner to get close to Hamfan, so that's why that happened, as Emzat and Ballistic Barney still fight for the position, as we're on board with Irritated Owen's view of it. But Dale Hopkins was fighting for position and clearly cut the corner to get up to Hamfan, but he's got the penalty anyway, so it wouldn't matter, as Emzat's still going for position here on the outside. That's not going to be good enough, and surely he won't get a good run through here. He'll just lose time. Unless Ballistic Barney's way too cautious, which he nearly is, and he's going to gain down into the corner here. Through 8, as it was, actually, and that tyre wall glitches really pesky. It's really annoying me now. Hamfan all over the place, but Dale is now at the disadvantage of having a penalty, and it won't be rid of, because if you cut the corner, you cut the corner. That's how the game decides. It's on matters of crashes and other stuff like that we give penalties. As Emzat has the position again on Ballistic Barney. As Ballistic Barney spins! And he's out of the race. Couldn't stop it in the end, and Ballistic Barney and the Renault spins out, and it's not looking good for Renault now. It was looking all so good for Renault earlier in the race, but now it doesn't look so good. As Dale Hopkins is into the lead the race, but he has got the 3-second time penalty. You have to hope he either gets the gap on Hamfan, as he just squeezes him out good enough, but Hamfan will have the run. Dale Hopkins all the way to the wide, and I can imagine Alonso saying all the time you have to leave the space, but Dale, oh, this is very close. This is a duel in the desert indeed, but it's not a nice one. It's absolutely hammer and tongs into the situation as he goes down the inside. Does Hamfan? That is dangerous indeed. That is dangerous indeed, and that could be investigated. I don't imagine it's going to do too much because he didn't hit him. It's only a minor incident, but if it had been a bad incident and it would have spun him off, there would definitely be a penalty. I think the game would have given him a penalty anyway, but he has DRS again. Dale completely go all over the place. He has moved once. He can't move again until he goes into the corner, obviously. But he's got that outside line there. Sorry, inside line, and then turns into an outside line through here. Oh, and he's hit him! And Hamfan runs wide. Hamfan hit into Dale. Didn't have enough traction to keep on the track. But there he is. He's on the inside, coming down into turn 14, and we've seen that quite a lot, where the car behind just gives up, and then the car in front just gets a big gap because he's now got the better line and the DRS. This is definitely a duel in the desert here in Bahrain. Let's turn off this. As he comes on the inside, as King Gamers comes into the pits in the background there, and Hamfan has the position. He has the position. He's back up into what is effectively first place, as FJ hasn't pitted yet. I'm not so sure FJ is going to really benefit out of being on those mediums, because he'll probably end up losing out on MZAT. But Dale Hopkins down on the inside. That's a nice move indeed. But can he get it done? He has to force off Hamfan, because Hamfan... Oh, that's going to be tight indeed. He had to force Hamfan off, though, because he already got ahead. What else could he have done? Oh, and Hamfan on the inside. That's a nice move indeed. That was better than the one he did the lap before. Oh, this is completely tight. Dale nearly could have shoved Hamfan into that glitching tyre wall as another inside move from Hamfan. This is absolutely brilliant racing here in Bahrain and the Sakhir circuit. Hamfan probably wants this, if I'm honest, not dominating in front. But still, despite it, Dale will still not lead, even if he got ahead, which he has been for most of the time. But he's now finally lost out through here. But will he have that good run coming down into 14 and 15 and get the DRS? On lap 14 here, more than halfway through the... Sorry, nearly halfway through the race now. Pretty much now, actually, because we're more than halfway through this lap, so it is halfway through the race now. And finally, Hamfan stabilises the gap, although probably doesn't, because Dale still has that DRS, but can Hamfan get away? Looks like he's not. Dale just can't quite get that good enough slipstream on Hamfan. He's now finally getting it, but it's way too late, as Dale goes on the inside. Oh, that's going to be ambitious. He doesn't try it, but... Oh, it does cost him as well, because that means he has to have a shallower turn, but this has given him good slipstream, and... traction through here and completely cutting across his Hamfan there. That was dangerous indeed as we come down into turn 4 again. This time, Dale's going to feel the shove and push, but he's still on the inside there. That's going to be dangerous indeed, and he hits the back. Doesn't get any wing damage, but sometimes you can. Unfortunately, you can't get puncture damage from that, unless you have it on bloody simulation, but we wouldn't. Oh my god, that glitching. That is going to be an absolute joke, is that bloody glitching tyre wall, and Dragon's going to get a reprimand for that anyway, because he dangerously crashed. As Dale forces off Hamfan, he did go down the inside. Hamfan went on the inside just a lap ago and did it more cleanly than Dale has. And Dale cutting across 2 times now. That is absolutely ridiculous. Sorry, not ridiculous. Ridiculous. My video is now going to be taken down because I said that. But anyway, still Hamfan behind Dale in second place, effectively first place. Dale runs wide. And again, this is such a jewel in the desert, but it doesn't even matter still, because Dale doesn't have that gap of 3 seconds. Surely it has to stabilise at some point. I would love for it to go to the end, but it wouldn't matter anyway. Unless, of course, Hamfan crashed himself out, which he did 2 weeks ago in Bahrain, as I remember, for going on the curb. But surely he won't do that again. But Hamfan, again, has the slipstream, has the DRS on the inside. Absolutely knows how to do this now. He's done it many times in this race, and he's on the inside. He's got the position, but Dale on the outside now, and even with a better run, he's going to get a better run as well. Although he's going to not quite get as a good run because he's already close to him, as he's on the outside, and that's not going to be a great line, and I think it's over now, but it's not, because Dale's still on the back. Oh, what racing we have from these two in Sakhir. But can Dale keep with it? Yes, he can. But will he have that DRS? I think a few laps ago this was the similar situation. He's a bit tentative, and that's going to lose him time. FJ still out there on those 15-lap-old mediums, and he's actually stayed with the same gap between Hamfan, so this is not too bad, actually. And he will still maybe just about come out ahead of MZATs, although I'd say you probably should pit now. I'd say you pit now. We only have 8 runners left now, because of Ballistic Barney retiring out. But anyway, Hamfan now stabilised. No, he hasn't. He still hasn't stabilised the gap. Still a bit of wing damage there from Ballistic Barney. And still, these two are battling it out to see... Well, it would be for Dale if he hadn't had that penalty. To see who will win the second race. Will Hamfan make it back-to-back wins? Will Dale get ahead and then get the gap to make it his first win? I don't think it's going to happen. As Hamfan, oh my goodness me, I thought he was going to hit the wall then. That was dangerous indeed. He wasn't even close to Dale, so that was a bit weird. As Dale now on the outside. Not the preferred line, if I'm honest. And that showed there. Oh, he's gone nearly wide there as Hamfan just a bit wide as well, and that's gave Dale another run here as we come down into turn 4. What a battle we have here of these two. This is absolutely brilliant as Hamfan runs wide there for trying to come into the corner, and Dale finally has the position, but he now has to have the gap on Hanfan. It's just changing, as there's not too... Oh, there's King Gamers, and now MZAT's battling for it. Sorry, MZAT's was in 4th, and King Gamers are battling it out. MZAT's on all the ties though, as what's going on here? What's the sector 2? It's FJ! It's FJ! He spun! I told you he should have pit! I told you he should have pit! And it's way too late for him. He's on way too old tyres. He's burnt them out, and his chance for getting 5th is over. Surely. What's a poor decision as Bobby Ben now has a time penalty. He's down in 7th. What else is going on? Oh, it's Dale Hopkins, and Hanfan's still in there, and FJ retires from the race. I probably should have an interview with him. I will like to have an interview with him. We're down to 7 runners now. It's not looking too good in terms of runners. They'll still get points, but really, I don't know why. And Dragon Pro's left the session. Sorry, left the conversation. So bye-bye, Dragon. But you're a bitch. Can I just say, you're a bitch. You're a bitch. Now I'm going to get taken off, Dan. Now I'm going to be taken off YouTube. Also, sorry, shouldn't be on this because Dale and... Hanfan are still going at each other. This is really hard to actually get anything down because of the fact that these two are battling down. I can't even get FJ in because of this. It's really annoying. And Dale, oh, shoving off Hanfan, and Hanfan goes back across him. Oh, that's dangerous indeed. He should have redrawn the track when Dale got ahead of him. Oh my goodness me, there's so many things that are wrong with this. And Dale lets through Hanfan in the end, actually, I believe. They're still going at it. Surely there's going to be an incident. Soon enough, there's going to be an incident between these two. MZAT's into the pits, Irritated Owen and Bobby Ben, Sesmic and some other players. Sesmic is going to get points again. On the inside goes Dale. My driver of the day is probably going to be coming up in a few laps. I'm probably going to think about it. Right now, if I'm thinking about it, it's got to be... I actually know, if I'm honest. It's quite hard to pick anyone. It would have been FJ if he got some... If he had finally pitted, if it wasn't for that tyre puncture. And Hanfan maybe will be my driver of the day. It's really hard to pick anyone, if I'm honest, unless someone makes a fabulous performance. But now I am going to invite FJ because I need to. Because I need to speak to him unless he goes off. I mean, that was absolutely catastrophic for FJ. Tyre puncture, as I've found out. Oh, FJ, just include your audio.
Yeah.
Hanfan's an AI, by the way, just for a bit. Sorry. It's really hard to keep. It's really hard to get people interviewed, FJ, because of the fact that this battle's still going on.
I'm
but anyway, FJ.
Well.
Yeah, but anyway, FJ. Tried to go as far as you could on those tyres, but in the end, they just blew out, as I've heard of a tyre puncture. But I think if you pit just the 2 laps before, I think you would have got 5th. I think you would have got into 5th ahead of MZAT.
Yeah.
At the time.
I was
gonna
pit at like lap 19 to lap 20 because I was going to go on to Super Softs and then probably challenge MZAT.
Yeah.
But
you would have been guaranteed to be ahead of Bobby Ben even if you had pit on that lap, I'm sure. But yeah.
I mean, like turn 1, I think what caused it was turn 1 because I had to go off the track. That could have. Easily...
I'll tell you what, Jack, Dragon Pro, if you retired earlier and you watched the stream, you would see what the hell was going on with Dragon. He was raging about, talking shit, and now he's left. And the thing is though, he bloody crashed into the wall and has made a tyre glitch. He's made a tyre wall glitch, which basically means if anyone hits that or spins, they're gonna bloody be out of the race.
Oh right.
I was gonna give him reprimands, but he's basically out of the league anyway, the bitch. And now I'm going to get this video is gonna get taken down for saying that again. MZAT's with a 3-second time penalty.
Oh,
and he goes out the race. We're down to 6 runners now. It's not looking good, but it's looking better for Seismic Storm.
Yeah.
But anyway, Hanfan, MZAT's leaves the session. Not too much of a great race, if I'm honest. This has been quite a disgusting race as they both go to the pits. Oh, and they hit each other.
Yeah. So
Dale, sorry, I took my mic out. Dale has now got the advantage of not having to change his front wing, but I think Hanfan will have to change his front wing, and this is going to decide the race indeed. This is going to absolutely decide the race indeed, and who wins? Dale has that 3-second time penalty. Can he get a good enough gap on Hanfan to win this race? Oh my goodness me, it's changed completely.
now the thing is that I don't understand why they've both gone on softs, like, because the super softs can go to 9 to 10 laps.
Yeah, we've got FJ in commentary now.
Yeah, but the thing is, King Gamers was on new softs because he started 11th, so King Gamers has, I think, got this victory in the bag.
True, he has. I forgot about King Gamers. He won here 2 weeks ago, but does he have that enough gap to get onto Dale? I'm not so sure on mediums, but can he get onto those good enough tyres? Right, well, he might go to the end. I don't know. He might. I don't know. He might decide to pit and then try and go on better tyres and better out those other two of Dale Hopkins and Hamfan.
Yeah.
But Dale, as
Probably
it is going to win the race. But he is losing time. And if I'm honest, that incident in the pit stops, I don't know what to say about it, because I have put pit stuff off, so surely it should have been fine. And Dale was just slowing down as much as he could. And he's got another time penalty! That's 6 seconds now, and his chance of winning the race looks to be over. Oh, Dale, you muppet.
Thing is, King Gamers is only doing a one stop, as we've heard. So whatever happens.
Is he? Oh yeah. So you. Oh
yeah.
Sorry. Oh sorry. So he might win the race, and it looks like he is.
Yeah, because
well, that's come out of nowhere.
Pitted. So King Gamers pitted in lap 13 or 14.
So I guess the position. Yeah. So I guess the move on MZATs was really vital for him, and he might win this race. Sorry, I thought he was going to pit again. We could pit again and maybe still win the race, but it would be hardly likely. And it's better to gamble on these tyres that he's got, which are 7 laps old. They're going to be very old by the end of the race.
Hamfan gaining 3 temps on Dale.
Well, Dale, I think Dale's chance of winning the race are over now. For that, the Muppet went off the track and got a penalty. As King Gamers now has a penalty. These drivers need to be more careful with their penalties, because they have to think Hamfan is not going to get a penalty.
The fact is that I only had one warning, that was exceeded track minutes. Only one. So
Hamfan doesn't have a penalty, I don't believe. No, he doesn't. So oh no, he does. Okay, he has. Oh, sorry. No, he does. He does. So actually, it's closer than I believe.
And Hamfan's caught in his staggering second, 1 entire second on Dale.
So no, I think it needs to be 3 seconds now, because Dale's got 6 seconds, and then Hamfan's got 3 seconds.
Yeah.
So it will need to be at 3 seconds or lower.
A bit of a track extend, and
Hamfan! It's another penalty. This is putting it in the balance, and penalties are deciding this race. Not the most exciting thing, if I'm honest, but this is the part of the league racing. This is what more happens in league racing than anything else.
Thing is, both Hamfan and
fastest lap.
Dale. Both Hamfan and Dale are on like the brim of losing.
Hamfan has to pass Dale to try and win this race. But even if he does, I don't think he's going to catch King Gamers. But he could.
Yeah.
So this is going to be tight indeed. These top 3. It's closer than I thought.
Hamfan again, another second on Dale, and 2 temps into the first sector. I think Dale needs to really focus on his ERS right now. I mean, he has saved his ERS, but Hamfan hasn't. He's only used, I think he's using overtake or high ERS, which is going to cause maybe another battle, but it depends if his ERS will actually get there or not.
If I end up after going, you're gonna have to take over the bloody. You're gonna have to take over the bloody stream.
Why?
Well, I might have to go. I don't know.
Hamfan with 2.5 seconds to Dale now, so he's gained 6 temps in that sector. I'm not sure if Dale's got used softs.
I think, if I'm honest, Dragon was the real big cause in this race, because last week the drivers were completely fine in terms of actual proper racing. I mean, the only problems were that people kept slipstreaming each other, but as soon as Dragon joins, someone crashes at turn 1, everyone comes side by side with each other.
Aaron needs to. I've got clips of Aaron being absolutely stupid on King Gamers. Yeah.
I think Dragon was a bit stupid on the formation lap though. He was slowing everyone down.
Yeah.
But King Gamers, surely, he will win the race, I think. I think it's either between King Gamers or Dale. But then, yet again, Hamfan comes into it.
So will me, MZATs, Ballistic Barn and Aaron get any points?
Yes, you will. That's how it will be. That is how it is. Because there's been no disconnections. There's only been DNFs, so... And even with a disconnection, if someone finishes as AI under disconnection, they still stay where they are because I'm not like URL. But not the greatest of races, if I'm honest. Well, not yet at least, because it's been full of full of incidents, bad incidents as well.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to be employed 5th or something because if get King Gamers, they'll get first.
It's such a shame now. It's such a shame now. Your challenge for the for the constructors is basically being put down.
Yeah.
For now.
China's well. The thing is that Spain. I'm probably going to just be like.
Ben, I've already said.
I hate
Ben, I've already said that one more race you missed, then that's you off the commentary. That's just fair. But anyway,
yeah, I don't mind taking them all. 2.1 seconds now on Hamfad to Dale, but Dale has got 2 seconds on King Gamers. I don't know if that's in 2 laps, but I think
King Gamers is actually not losing too much of a gap considering what tyres he's on. He's on.
Yeah, King Gamers.
He's on the compound lower, and he's on 6-lap older tyres. So Bobby Ben's come in.
Bobby Ben's in the pits.
I imagine just
to. Going for a fast lap here.
Yeah.
I think he's going for a fast lap here.
Of course, Brandon PL, of course, is out the league. Got the fastest lap last week. We have had people don't really understand how hard it is to manage a league, and I guess Dragon Pro has something different to say about that, but yeah. I can just say goodbye.
Yeah. Can I take role, please?
Take his role. Well, you basically were really commissioner for tier 2. He was just being a bitch. But anyway, again, I'm going to get this video is going to get taken off.
However, Seswick is holding up Dale here as we are approaching.
Oh yeah, that's gonna put a factor in. Normally Sesmex is very nice. Sesmex is a very nice person though. I don't think Dale's quite getting enough gap, but yeah, he's letting him through. Seismic is a very nice person just to let people through.
A nice 40-year-old.
He's a clean, he's a clean, not fast driver though. Pace allocation, by the way, is by the viewers who are very confused by why these drivers are so slow is going to happen in season 2, because I can't just give people drivers and then take them away from them.
Did you get my double overtake on Irritated and Jacob and or was it Jacob or Bell?
Oh no, I don't think so. I probably did, but I just can't remember that. It's not rememberable.
I've got the clip. I've got the clip even so.
Anyway.
And 1.7 seconds. But Dale's got 4 attempts on King Gamers, but I think King
that's
Gamers
not too much. Dale's not really getting it. He's not getting enough out of King Gamers, while Hamfan's getting enough out of him. As it is, Hamfan will still lead the championship because none of these drivers are even contenders close at all. Because Dale, of course, went out the race a week ago, and King Gamers wasn't. Oh, Dale's run wide. He's run wide. He's run wide at the hairpin, and he's nearly spun it. And now Hamfan's going to be right on the back of him. Oh, Dale really struggling.
A full second there.
It's down to DRS gap now as well. It's DRS gap now as well. But his tyres are only 5 laps old and they're actually younger than Hamfan's, as I believe. Sorry, no, they're the same. They're the same, except from the fact they cover more miles because he's ahead of him.
Yeah, and King Gamers has gained 6 attempts there, so Dale is losing a lot of time now.
King Gamers might have this in the bag now. What a brilliant race! What a brilliant craft of race here. He's only got a few laps to go now. Sorry, he's only got 4 laps to go now. So actually, it looks more closer to being King Gamers win. And actually, I take back my choice of Hamfan as driver of the day. It's probably going to be King Gamers now.
Here comes Hamfan. Hamfan's going to go for the inside. He's going to go for the inside though. And
he's done it many times. He's rehearsed it. I'll let FJ take you through it.
But is Dale going to get it? I'm not entirely sure. As Dale is now, I'm guessing he's going to get. Here he goes. He's going to go on the inside. Yes, he's going to go on the inside. And they've made contact again. And he's done the Hamilton and Rosberg in 2014.
Oh,
and,
this has been happening. This top 3 battle has been absolutely brilliant. There has been some problems as Hamilton loses on the edge through 8. Sorry, 7. Lost it on the edge of 7 there. Oh, just saved it. What brilliant car control. Oh, by the way, I think I did say to MZAT, FJ, UFJ, and some others, brilliant avoid in Dragon who spun.
Oh, and there goes Dale.
Oh, sorry, Dale goes wide again. I think earlier Dragon spun or someone. Oh, I think it was Ballistic Barney. You spun and you guys brilliantly avoided him or something. I can't remember. I think someone spun. Oh, and oh, that was so close. And Dale gets away with it. I don't think it's too much to give her a penalty there, but that's absolutely too aggressive from Dale, if I'm honest. Also, oh, he's hit the back of him. He spun him around. And that's the end of the race. No, nicely Dale lets him in front. Nicely Dale lets him in front. Oh, and surely that's the win for King Gamers. He won 2 weeks ago, and it looks like he's going to win again. Oh.
King Gamers starting from 11th though, you gotta admit. But Dale, the thing is,
what a race for him.
Lost some weight. As here comes Dale down, he's got DRS, and they're getting really close.
Oh, they're on the grass. They're on the grass. Oh, dear. These drivers are going to have to be absolutely briefed on Monday, because it's absolutely getting way too much here.
He's going to go onto the... Oh, there's contact yet again, as Hamfang goes off. And that's the second time.
Thing is, though, league race, people don't understand league racing is like this. You try and make drivers as clean as they are. They're not like real F1 drivers. They don't think like that. They think irrationally. So they don't always act like proper drivers.
Although Hanfan with his damaged wing, he's still catching up.
Oh, he's going down the inside. Oh, there. He's just having a bit of fun now. He's having a bit of fun. Oh my Jesus Lord. Oh, he's going down the inside again. That's actually a nice move. That's an actual nice move there. That wasn't too finny. These two are battling it together. There has been some points at which they've been way too dirty with each other, but there has been some great points with each other. They've just battled too much that they can't keep going with it. Their thumbs must be absolutely aching, or Hanfan with his hands actually, because he uses a steering wheel.
That was so close on to
Hanfan. As King Gamers goes on to on his penultimate lap here. Well, we've only got 6 runners. It's been quite a dirty and disgusting race at times, but... Oh, sorry. He's on the inside.
But Hanfan gets a fantastic...
This is what's been happening all weekend. Sorry, so this is what's been happening the whole race. They just can't get a good enough gap on each other. Hanfan completely turning about there. 2 moves on the straight. This is getting ridiculous now. They need to calm it down, because no one's going to end up finishing this race. They're going to end up bloody crashing out, and irritated Owen and Bobby Ben are going to get...
Him off.
They've both gone off. They've both gone off. Oh, Jesus Lord.
The thing is, if these two make contact, one of them makes contact, Irritated Owen goes into the pits. Now, Irritated Owen versus Bobby Ben. Bobby Ben through the back straight on Bahrain.
Just realised that's actually close. That's actually very close indeed.
He's coming towards the last corner. It's going to be tight.
It's going to be tight indeed.
Hanfan's been forced off, but it's going to be really close. Will Irritate Owen get past? This is going to be incredibly
I think
close.
with the Dale Hopkins and Hanfan, there's way too many penalties to give, so I'm going to have to just decide overall who gets the more penalties gets the position, I guess, if I'm honest, because they're actually, as they finish, because whoever... The penalties don't actually matter though, because whoever finishes ahead finishes there, because they've both got 6 seconds, so it cancels out. As Irritated Owen got ahead of Bobby Ben. But
Bobby Ben was for some reason 2 tenths through that, but I'm not sure if Bobby Ben went wide. But he's still in DRS range with Irritated
Owen for some reason in the Williams, by the way.
So King Games goes through to take his final lap in the McLaren. Did have a good race in Australia.
Hanfan on the inside again. Oh, they hit each other. They both go wide. He's hit Dale. Oh, they spun around. And Dale's out of the race.
And Dale's out. So it's going to be...
I might have to consider disqualification from both, if I'm honest.
Whatever happens, even if it happens, this is for the podium. Irritate Owen, who's supposed to be in the Mercedes, versus Bobby Ben, who I don't think has had a good race. Irritate Owen started from
It's been absolutely disgraceful. Way too many incidents. These drivers are just not accustomed around to Bahrain. Hopefully next week in China, they're more cleaner. But it's going to be a battle for...
Bobby Ben with a great exit out of the
and Bobby Ben.
corner.
Bobby Ben.
He's in DRS. Now, and they're gone side by side.
Irritated Owen on AI. Nicely battling here. This is for the podium. Bobby Ben was in 3rd last week. He's in 3rd again. It's going to be consistent points finish. And if he finishes there, he might actually end up leading the championship if I decide to disqualify Hanfan.
With Irritate Owen.
But anyway, let's go on board with King Gamers, because he's about to finish an absolutely brilliant masterclass of genius, helped by Hanfan and Dale Squabbles, has brilliantly brought about a win for the McLaren driver. He's weaving about just like Hanfan a week ago, but King Gamers wins the Bahrain Grand Prix. It's a second win in the 2 weeks in which we've raced at Bahrain. He won the preseason race. Sorry, I'm being Ethan now. Jonathan Ross won the race. and he's won the second round. Hanfan comes across. He's facing disqualification. He's facing investigation. Both them and Dale are. Bobby Ben and Irritated Owen aren't, but nearly everyone else is basically.
I would probably say with the amount
I'll probably
of
say the
time-
only clean drivers today have been Bobby Ben and Irritated Owen, and Sesmic, of course, because Sesmic hardly ever does anything. He's gonna
Why
get.
not me? What have I done?
No. Sorry. Yeah, you as well, probably. But anyway, what a race from King Gamers, and here's our driver of the day. He brilliantly thought of a strategy that could have meant he would have not won if Dale and Hanfan hadn't battled with each other way too much. But he brilliantly got it out and has won the second race, and he could be leading the championship, although Bobby Ben is looking to be if Hanfan is disqualified from the race.
Yeah.
But if he is, then surely Dale will be as well.
But I think I think because every time I was
It's a bit of a hard one, but there is King Gamers, and no matter what, he's won the second race, because he's done literally nothing in this race. He's hardly touched anything, except from he's touching that champagne bottle, and he sprays the champagne. Well, not really champagne, because they don't actually have champagne in Bahrain. Rose water or whatever they use. But what a brilliant race at the end, although quite a lot of incidents that need to be looked at. But what a race, and we need those top three for an interview. Although King Gamers, so let's try and get them in.
Gamers does have.
King Gamers sometimes goes off though, so try and get them in.
Yeah, I did hit King Gamers at turn 11, I think.
Oh, what a race we just had! Oh, jeez. It was very nip and tuck, though, wasn't it? It was absolutely nip and tuck, and a few problems with the racing, if I'm honest, that need to be so much fixed up for Bahrain.
Will there be an investigation on Irritated Owen and Jacob? Because
There's probably going to be an investigation on everyone except from probably 3 drivers, if I'm honest, because there's been loads of incidents that have happened. I don't know actually what happened on the back straight where everyone was like 4 wide, and there was like 4 cars that were pretty close to each other. I think Dragon slowed down or something. I can't remember.
I want my investigation on my tyres because my tyres shouldn't explode after
It was Lewis Hamilton. My tyres.
80%.
Your tyre pressure was too high.
The thing is,
It was too high, and then it burst, and it was load. Anyway,
the thing is, it was on
Bobby
80%.
Ben as well.
It should have.
Trying to get them all in. It's really hard to actually get them in. Tell you what, it's bloody hard to actually get these idiots in.
I don't know if I've got. I don't know if I've got my clip of when I got my puncture.
Well, if you haven't got a clip, that's how it is. We are actually talking to a driver right now, which is very weird indeed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
got a
through
mic.
everyone and try and find everyone's face. Try and use them. We've got Dimitri Payet, Bobby Ben. We've got Dale, who looks like a loony. Oh, Bobby Ben's joined. We just need Hanfan. What a race, by the way. Don't speak yet, because we need to get the others in. Well, one of them probably, because I bet King Gamers has gone off. No, he hasn't, surprisingly. Why is everyone still in the lobby? I thought everyone would have left by now. If I'm honest.
I feel like you should get Hanfan and Dale in.
No, not Dale. Well, maybe. I think he might have gone off in frustration. Boy, then try and get those 2 in, because it's absolutely... I don't know why they're not joining, unless they're just busy. Hanfan and King Gamers.
I don't even know if I would have got that victory, to be honest.
Thing is, though, I couldn't do the restart because because the race at the front was fine, but at the back, I don't know what Jacob's. Well, I guess, but the race at the front was fine, but Jacob settled into it. So I don't know why he's saying we should have restarted. It's better to get it finished up.
Is Dopkins gonna get P3?
I don't know yet. Well, Hanfan and Dale were under investigation right now for their moves.
Yeah, King Gamers, a
lot of people were on investigation because there was a lot of problems, if I'm honest, in this race.
Yeah, King Gamers,
a lot of lag. Bahrain always seems to be like that in league racing. Sorry, FJ.
Yeah, I know. You so
I'm trying to get Hanfan in. I'll tell you what, we'll just start without him. Okay,
I didn't lose
so
that much time.
anyway, here we go. The top 3 for the FOR Tier 1 Season 1 Bahrain Grand Prix. We have first place for McLaren, King Gamers 8, and a third place. For some reason, second place is not here. Third place, Bobby Ben, 13, former Red Bull. His second podium in a row, just right at the end. But anyway, let's interview the winner, King Gamers 8, first. So, King Gamers 8, quite a weird race in the end, actually. You came out of nowhere to win. So I think I hardly saw you up until you got into P1 and was on the mediums. But take like the first few instants at the start of the race, basically your start of the race. How was that?
Oh, so yeah, I did. So basically, Aaron Butt was next to me, straight line, the other guys in front, and
Yeah.
I avoided all of them. Just got through. I think I was about 7th on the softs. Just held the softs out as much as I could to go on the mediums, and then I knew the guys in front of me were doing the 2-stop, so I just pushed on the mediums until the end, and then I saw they were both battling, so I thought they were going to close the gap because I had 6 seconds penalties, but my mate in the play was telling me that they had penalties as well, so I wasn't really that worried at the end.
Alright then,
And-
so...
Yeah.
Was the choice of the mediums like a first choice, or were you going to end up pitting anyway, but then was like, oh, I could probably win this now? Was that how it was, or...?
I was going to do the 1-stop from quali because I
Oh,
saw.
right, okay. So it was a true
quali.
intention, but it turned into a race win anyway. You thought that you weren't going to win, and then Hamfan and Dale basically helped your chances. So thanks for that. Let's move on to... Sorry. Oh, God. Sorry, my mic just went. Hamfan's just joined. Hamfan, so my mic just came out. Oh, we've got Hamfan joining, so we might have to do him first. Oh, for God's sake, Hamfan. Can't you just connect? This has gone longer than the last stream. Oh, Hamfan. So, now we have Hamfan for Sauber. So, Hamfan, quite a lot of events in the race, and the main thing that we picked up was your battle with Dale, which got really tetchy at points. And I think you just, I think basically I think the problem was that you raced for so long, you couldn't like keep racing. You had to stop at one point, but that didn't happen, as I'm losing my voice. But anyway, how was your battles with Dale? Was there a few problems for you?
Yeah, it started off, all right. We were both, giving each other enough room and that, and then I think it started getting a bit.
I think
around
yeah.
about 15 started getting heated.
I think
because
concentration just got a bit low down because there was a lot of people retiring out the race, but I think that last bit, you two are under investigation because there's a lot of problems like moving over and stuff. We don't know what we're going to do yet, but if you're going to give a penalty or something, it will be both given to you because you're both a part of it. But yeah.
Fair enough.
But nicely placed P2 in the end, though. So some championship points as it is until, of course, until we investigate properly. So, yeah. So let's move on to Bobby Ben, who probably was going to be our driver of the day in the end for his move on Irritated Owen right at the end. So that was a nip and tuck right at the end for you, Bobby Ben, to get your second podium. How was it for you then?
Well, I think at the start it's very hard because I got some bit of damage. I'm not sure who from, and then I just had to pit and then try push on. At one point, I was maybe thinking to retire but I just carried on and just eventually marked a way up and then got past eventually.
I think the incidents really helped you quite a lot of retirements. We only ended up with 5 drivers, was it left? Yeah, 5 drivers or 6. Yeah, it was 5. 5 drivers left, and yeah, there was a lot of problems. It seems to be always Bahrain always causes this problems of too many crashes, too much lag, and not enough space for drivers. Hopefully China will be much better in terms of watching the race, in terms of incidents. But it was a good race right at the end for the top 3, and we thank you very much for joining and being in this press conference. You can leave now if you wanna.
Okay, bye.
Also, uninclude your audio. If you're gonna stay. I edit everything together. Well, basically what I'm doing is I'm uploading the full bit and then I'm editing it and then putting that one up later on. So it's only temporary, the full unedited one. I haven't actually put the championship stands on yet. I probably should do that next time. But as I know, Hamfan will still lead the championship as it is because no one else is close enough. unless he gets a disqualification win, which Bobby Ben will lead it, because of course he'll be on 30 points, I believe. 30 points, so he'll end up leading the championship. No, yeah, you would overtake Georgie, of course you would. You would be on 30 points, and if Han Fan got disqualified, then he would get maybe a few points, so you might not be ahead of him, I don't know. Oh no, if you get a disqualification, you're right to the back. So, yeah. Well, I think that's all we can have time for, if I'm honest. I mean, this stream is up to 83 minutes, and, yeah, another chaotic race. Not as chaotic as, Australia, though, but could I say it's probably a better race? I'm not too sure, because, at points it was very disgraceful with drivers, and especially including Dragon on the stream, which I'm going to have to cut out for sure, because he was an absolute idiot. But anyway, see you guys next week for China. Hopefully everything will be fixed up for a better watch for you guys, and see you then. Goodbye.
It's over now. You think we'll go away, but we keep climbing up. You can't keep us down. Ain't temporary, no. This shit is not for play. We're not your typical. That ain't what we're here for. It's time we light it up. Our matches to the grain. The tension's rising and we ain't looking down. Watch how we take the throne. Drop like a cannonball. We take the lead. No, we're never gonna follow. Don't they know the speaker is about to explode?
We went about just like Hanford a week ago, but King Gamers wins the Bahrain Grand Prix.
This building is about
It's
to
a second win